When most of us arrange our classroom seating, we do it once at the beginning of term and then forget about it completely for the rest of the year. Boys here, girls there, smart ones in front, the rest at the back. That used to be me, but here is what nobody tells you. Where you sit a child is not just about organizing bodies in a room. It's a silent message you are sending them every single day about who they are, who they can trust, and whether they matter in that classroom. A seating chart or arrangement is not furniture arrangement. It's a curriculum, and most of us are teaching the wrong lessons through it without even knowing. If you've ever wondered why certain pupils in your classroom never participate, why some friendships turn into constant disruption, or why your weak pupils never seem to improve no matter how you teach, some of that answer might be sitting right there in your seating chart or arrangement. Today, I am going to show you why the way you are arranging your classroom might be working against you. And I will give you the techniques that I used that helped me use sitting to lift learning, build confidence, and even reduce my discipline problems. This topic has more layers than most, so we are not stopping at 7 today. Stay with me because by the time we finish, you will never look at your classroom the same way again. Welcome back to my channel where I share real teaching experiences and practical strategies to make your teaching job easier. I am Coach Favor, a classroom teacher turned educational coach. If you are new here, you are in the right place because I share classroom tested strategies that truly work. So if you truly love helpful, experience-based teaching tips, then hit the subscribe button now and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Now, let's get into today's topic: how to arrange classroom seating. But before any technique, you need one shift in thinking first, because without it, nothing else I say will actually stick. Seating is not neutral. Every seat a child occupies shapes what they see, who they talk to, how visible they are to you, and even how they see themselves. A child stuck permanently at the back, far from your eyes, quietly starts to believe that they are not important enough to be seen. A child always seated with the same 3 friends every time starts treating class as an extension of playtime. Think of your classroom like a garden. Where you plant something determines how much light it gets, how much room it has to grow, and what's growing right beside it, competing for the same soil. You wouldn't plant a shade-loving plant directly under the hottest sun and then wonder why it is struggling. Yet, we do exactly that with children. Sitting a shy, struggling pupil at the back where they get the least attention and we wonder why they never bloom. Once you start seeing sitting as something that either feeds or starves a child's chances in your class, everything about how you arrange that classroom changes. And the very first place most of us go wrong is in what we use to decide who sits where in the first place. And that takes us to technique 1. Stop sitting by ability alone. Many of us instinctively put our brilliant pupils in front and push the weak ones to the back, sometimes without even realizing we are doing it. But this single habit quietly does damage over the whole term. The front row pupils get more eye contact, more chances to answer, more correction in real time, while the back row pupils get less of everything. And less of everything compounds into more of the gap you were trying to close in the first place. Instead, mix ability levels within each cluster or row. Put a strong pupil beside a struggling one, not to show off, but because proximity to understanding rubs off. A struggling child who sits close to someone who gets it in class quickly picks up explanations in real time, in a language their mate speaks better than you sometimes. But mixing ability is only half the picture. You also have to think about something we almost never consider on purpose, which is energy. Technique 2. Balance the energy, not just the ability. If you cluster all your high energy, easily distracted pupils together, you have basically built yourself a small thunderstorm in one corner of the room. And if you cluster all your quiet, withdrawn pupils together, that group can become invisible because nobody is pulling anybody out of their shell. Instead, spread your high energy pupils out and pair each one with a calmer and more settled classmate. Energy is contagious in both directions. A calm pupil can absorb and steady a restless one nearby, and sometimes a lively pupil can gently pull a withdrawn one or a shy one into participating more. Once your energy is balanced across the room instead of pulled in one place, you will notice something immediately. The general noise level of your class drops without you saying a single word about discipline. Now, energy and ability sorted. There is a third factor that quietly wrecks seating plans, one that most teachers never think to check for. Technique 3. Watch the hidden social map. Every class has an invisible social map. I'm talking friendships, rivalries, kids who trigger each other, kids who bring out the worst in one another. If you sit purely by ability or by alphabet, you can accidentally sit two children together who set each other on fire every single time. If he doesn't pinch me, he's looking for my trouble. If she doesn't push me, she's looking at me. Instead, spend the first 2 weeks of term simply observing before you finalize any sitting chart. Notice who talks to who avoids who seems to shrink when a certain classmate is near them. That information is worth more than any alphabetical list. I once had 2 boys in my class who were best friends, always laughing together, and everybody assumed sitting them together was harmless fun. But those 2 together, they turned every single lesson in my class into comedy hour. I separated both of them individually and they became 2 of my most focused pupils. The friendship wasn't the problem, the combination was. Once you understand the social map in your class, you also need to think about something physical, not just social. How each child actually experiences the room with their own eyes and ears. Technique 4. Fix the sightlines first. Before anything else, ask yourself, can every single child actually see the board clearly and hear you properly from where they are sitting? This sounds basic, but you will be surprised how many disruptive or slow pupils are actually just training to see or hear and acting out or zoning out because of it. Pupils with any vision or hearing difficulty, even mild ones that nobody has diagnosed yet, should sit close to the front, the center, not at odd angles. And rotate who sits directly in your natural teaching path, because pupils right in your line of sight naturally get more of your attention and correction than pupils tucked into corners you barely walk past. Sometimes what looks like a discipline problem is actually a sitting problem, wearing a disciplined costume, exactly like we talked about with stubborn pupils. So fix the sideline and the problem sometimes disappears entirely. Now, all of this covers a fixed sitting chart, but here is something that will genuinely surprise you. The best classrooms don't actually use one single sitting arrangement all year, which takes us to technique 5. Change the arrangement with the activity. Rows work well for individual, focused work like a test or independent writing. Clusters or group of 4 work well for discussion and group projects. A horseshoe or semicircle works beautifully for class discussions, debates, or storytelling because everybody can see everybody, not just you. If you keep your class in straight rows for every single activity, including the ones that need group thinking, you are fighting your own lesson without realizing it. Let your furniture actually match what you are asking the children's brains to do that day. This doesn't need to be complicated. Even simple instructions like turn your chairs to face your group or let's move into a circle for this one takes less than 2 minutes, but they signal something powerful to the class, that how we are sitting matches what kind of thinking we are about to do. Beyond changing arrangements by activity, there is also the question of how often you change the chart itself, not just the shape of the room. Technique 6. Rotate seating regularly. If a child sits in the exact same seat beside the exact same people for an entire term or year, several things quietly harden. Cliques solidify. Certain pupils get permanently boxed into the back row kids or the front row smart ones, an identity that becomes very hard to shake even the following year with a new teacher in a different classroom. That is why you see some kids in different classrooms always looking for the back seat. I want to sit at the back. Why? They are used to it. So, rotate your seating chart every few weeks, not dramatically, just enough that pupils experience different neighbors, different views of the board, different social combinations. This keeps relationships fresh. It prevents any single pupil from being permanently disadvantaged by position, and honestly, it keeps things a little more interesting for you too. You don't need an elaborate system for this. A simple rule like everybody moves one seat to the right every 2 weeks already does a lot of the work. Now, rotating seating helps fairness, but there is one more thing that most teachers completely skip: giving the pupils themselves any voice in the matter at all, which takes us to technique 7. Give them some voice in it. Every pupil doesn't need full control over where they sit. That would be chaos. But giving them small structured choices builds a sense of ownership that pure teacher-assigned teaching never does. Try this. Let each pupil write down one person they would like to sit near and one thing that would help them focus better, maybe away from the window or closer to the board. You don't have to honor every request, but you'll be surprised how much good information you get. You'll be surprised knowing that sometimes the noise from the window distracts them. You just would never know if you don't ask. And how much more cooperative pupils become about a chart they had some input into compared to one that just appeared on the wall one morning without warning. Technique 8. Never use sitting as punishment alone. This last one connects to something we've talked about before on this channel. Moving a child's seat as pure punishment, isolating them at the back, facing the wall, away from every friend, it sends a message that goes far beyond sit somewhere else. It tells that child, you don't belong with the group anymore. And children who feel like they don't belong rarely respond by improving. They usually respond by disengaging completely or acting out even more to match the identity they have now been given. If you need to separate a child from a specific classmate, please do it, but keep them within the community of the class, not exiled from it. Sitting should correct behavior, not manufacture an outcast. Now, there is one mistake that quietly undoes almost everything we've discussed today, which is setting your sitting chart once at the beginning of term and never revisiting it again, no matter what you observe happening in your classroom. That is a huge mistake. A sitting chart is not a decoration on your wall. It is a living tool. If something isn't working, 2 weeks in, 6 weeks in, doesn't matter, change it. The teachers who get the most out of their sitting are the ones constantly adjusting based on what they are seeing, not the ones who say it and forget it in September and never touch it again till the following year. There you have it, my wonderful educators. These 8 techniques will help you turn your sitting chart from a simple list of names into one of the quietest, most powerful tools in your classroom. Mix ability instead of grouping by it, balance energy across the room, watch the hidden social map, fix your sight lines first, change your arrangement with the activity, rotate your seating regularly, and give your pupils some voice in it. And the last one, never use sitting as punishment alone. The beauty of all this is that it doesn't cost you anything extra. No special resources, no extra training, just a shift in how you see the chairs and desks already sitting in your classroom. Which of these are you trying first? Do let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to like this video, share it with other teachers because they need it, and subscribe to get more practical teaching tips like this. Until next time, keep making impact and transforming lives through education.